Starters for the first race. At the gate is moving. All set for race 1, a field of 8 as they approach top of the stretch. Mr. Tambourine Pan and Dirk Duncan. Anomalous, Wayne Watson, Come By It Easy, Louis Bellevaux. J. Els Mayflower, Todd Trites. Then we have Waterside Apache, Charlie Price, Broadway Standout, Ricky Collins, Happy Ave, Mark Hagan outside to Race Machine. Lonnie Stokes, here they come. They're off and pacing for the early lead in the middle of the racetrack. This JL's Mayflower going for it, challenged on the inside by Mr. Tambourine Pan. Anomalous gets away third. Waterside Apache is now fourth. Then back in fifth is Broadway Standout. Getting away sixth was Happy Ave. Outside seventh, Race Machine. And trailing the field to the opening quarter is Come By It Easy as they make their way to the opening station. And your leader up front is Mr. Tambourine Pan, but on the outside, J. Els Mayflower on the outside has grabbed the top, the quarter, 30 seconds. J. Els Mayflower has landed to the top. Racing second is Mr. Tambourine Pan, Waterside Apache. First up on the outside, third, Anomalous, sitting good fourth. Then it's back 3 lengths to Happy Ave, fifth. Back another 4 to Broadway Standout. Then the trailing 2 are Race Machine, and far back Come By It Easy through the stretch to the half. Up front, J. Els Mayflower challenged, though, by Waterside Apache hitting hard second. Right there third. On the outside, after a half and 101, goes Anomalous. Then Mr. Tambourine Pan is fourth. Happy Ave a closer fifth. Then Race Machine, he's closing the gap, now sixth. And it's Broadway Standout. Come By It Easy, they've hit the 5/8. Waterside Apache is cleared to the front and moving out. Waterside Apache now by about 3. Anomalous giving chase. In second, then third, J. Els Mayflower, Happy Ave, and Mr. Tambourine Pan. They're fighting for fourth and fifth, and Race Machine. Outside, Come By It Easy, Broadway Standout. And Waterside Apache took him by the 3/4. 1:31. Waterside Apache with Anomalous the closest to him second. Happy Ave third on the outside. Then off the turn for home. And your leader up front, Waterside Apache. Anomalous. Happy Ave has third under control in deep stretch. They're not going to catch Waterside Apache. He grabbed the top at the half, and he's not going to be denied today. He wins it. Anomalous second. And Happy Ave third, then Race Machine, Mr. Tambourine Pan, J. Els Mayflower, Come By It Easy, Broadway Standout, the mile. Starters for our second race at the gate. Gate is moving. Got a field of 6 in behind the starter. Quality of Money, Lonnie Stokes. Warrawee Direct and Todd Trites. Vivian's Ray and Rick Armstrong. Hello Jack with Tony Watson. Amber Moon, Dirk Duncan. Outside to Fast Talk and Wayne Hubbard. Field of 6. Behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing from post 5. Amber Moon getting out of there well on the inside. Quality of Money will challenge for the top as they hit the first turn. And your leader up front and cutting it out now and clearing to the front. That is Amber Moon. Quality of Money takes the pocket, racing in second. Back third, getting away was Warrawee Direct. Then Vivian's Ray looks at it from fourth. Fast Talk fifth. And trailing Hello Jack. And thinking about making a move from the pocket was Quality of Money. But he's back in. That opening quarter, 29-4, is Amber Moon. Is still in control with Quality of Money, about 3 lengths back in second. Back another 2 lengths in third, Warrawee Direct. Then Vivian's Ray fourth. Here comes Fast Talk with a fast move on the outside coming from fifth. And trailing the field, Hello Jack. Off the turn and through the stretch to the opening half, and Amber Moon on the bit this afternoon. She's on top by 2. Quality of Money closing in a bit second. Third, Fast Talk first over on the outside. Then on the inside, fourth is Warrawee Direct, the half, 101-4. Then Hello Jack is out and moving. Vivian's Ray as the field has reached the paddock turn for the second time. And up front still Amber Moon looking to go coast to coast. She's still 3 lengths the best. Quality of Money second, then racing third. And moving off the pylons, it's Warrawee Direct. Going out from third, then Hello Jack makes his way to fourth. Fifth, in between horses, Fast Talk and Vivian's Ray, trailing sixth. 3/4, 133 for Ember Moon. Then Warrawee Direct, closest one to her now, second. Then Quality of Money, third. Hello Jack on the outside and stalking fourth on the outside. Then Fast Talk and trailing Vivian's Ray off the turn for home, and it's all Ember Moon. Ember Moon, then Warrawee Direct, on the outside. Hello Jack. You can turn your program to the next one. This one's over. Ember Moon takes race 2. In for second was Warrawee Direct. Hello Jack on for third. Quality of Money, Fast Talk, and Vivian's Ray. The time for the mile, 2:04. Starters for the third at the gate. Gate is moving. 7 starters settling in. We have Tucson Light, Jeff Lewis, JP and Wayne Watson, Scorpy, Dirk Duncan, Sand, Emerald Dragon, and Todd Trites. Daily odds with Lonnie Stokes, Burton Bell, and Brian Moore. Outside, JF Smokewagon, Charlie Price. 7 across the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing. JP going out for the early lead, and he's grabbed the top. JP, Tucson Light gets away second. Then racing third on the outside. And going on now to second, that's Sand Emerald Dragon. She gets to second and gets along the pylon second. Then racing third, Tucson Light. Back in fourth, Scorpy. Then racing in fifth, Daily Odds. Back in sixth, JF Smokewagon. And trailing the field is Burton Bell. They're strung out single file to the opening quarter. And up front, cutting it out, JP leading a length and a half. At quarter, 30-2. Uptight second is Sand Emerald Dragon. Third, Tucson Light. Then back in fourth and making a move. Here comes Scorpy first up on the outside. Then back in fifth. Daily Odds will follow the cover. Then outside comes Burton Bell, and JF Smokewagon will trail the field as they come through the stretch to the half. JP on top and Sand Emerald Dragon thought about coming out back in again. Scorpy on the outside, third, then racing fourth on the inside. Tucson Light, Daily Odds second over in fifth. Then Burton Bell and trailing JF Smokewagon. They reach the half, 102-3. Past the paddock turn for the second time, JP. Still on top with Scorpy on the outside. He's reached second. Then on the inside, right there, is Sand Emerald Dragon tipping 3 wide. Goes Daily Odds. Then Tucson Light, Burton Bell, and trailing JF Smokewagon onto the 3/4, and your leader up front, JP. Then racing second, Daily Odds. 3/4, 34-1. Sand Emerald Dragon third. Burton Bell outside fourth, then fifth on the inside, Tucson Light. Then JF Smokewagon backing through the field with Scorpy off the turn for home, and Daily Odds is challenging for the top. Daily Odds and JP on the inside, and Sand Emerald Dragon third. Burton Bell is coming on, and on the outside, Daily Odds is going to get him at the wire. Daily Odds wins it. JP second, Burton Bell third, JF Smokewagon for fourth. Then fifth was Sand Emerald Dragon, Tucson Light, and Scorpy. And the time for the mile, 2:06. Starters for the fourth at the gate. The gate is moving. All set for our fourth. Field of 6, DG's Armageddon is out. We have Any Which Way and Brian Moore. Eagle Cane, Sean Shannon. Bob's Birthday with Rick Armstrong. Susie Comeback with Tony Watson. Misty Isle Breeze, Mark Haig, and from the outside, Island Webster. Todd Trites. Field of 6. Here they come. They're off and pacing uncontested. To the top is Bob's Birthday. He gets there. Susie Comeback on the outside. Gets away second. Eagle Cane along the inside is second. Susie Comeback outside third. Then racing fourth on the inside is Any Which Way. Then Misty Isle Breeze backs off to fifth, and trailing Island Webster as they go on up the backstretch, racing to the opening quarter, and up front with a length and a quarter lead, Bob's Birthday. Then racing second, Eagle Cane, Susie Comeback. Finds the pylons now in third. Any Which Way is fourth. Then Misty Isle Breeze and still trailing, but moving, Island Webster. They were by the opening quarter in 33 and 1/5. Up front, Bob's Birthday, Eagle Cane on the pocket trip second. Then Any Which Way, first up on the outside, third. Then Susie Comeback inside, racing fourth outside with cover. Here comes a favorite, Island Webster, and trailing the field now, Misty Isle Breeze as they come in front of the grandstand for the first time. And on the engine today, it's Bob's Birthday. On top, Eagle Cane, sitting good, racing second. At opening half and 7. Then on the outside, Any Which Way third. Then inside, Susie Comeback second over Island Webster sixth. And trailing the field, Misty Isle Breeze is a field. Hits the 5/8 marker now, and they turn up the backstretch, racing on to the 3/4 and up front, and cutting it out still, Bob's Birthday. Then second in between them, Any Which Way, Island Webster. Makes a 3-wide move on the outside. Now gets to second at 3/4 for Bob's Birthday in 1:39. That quarter, 32 seconds, and quickly. Island Webster up to grab the top, and he takes it. Island Webster then on the inside, second, Bob's Birthday. And on the run, that was Eagle Cane. Everybody by okay, though, as they come off the turn. And it's Island Webster clearing to the front, moving out. Island Webster is going to win this one and take a maiden today. Island Webster. Then in for second will be Bob's Birthday, Any Which Way for third. Then Eagle Cane did get the fourth. Susie Comeback and Misty Isle Breeze, the mile, 2:09. Starters for the fifth race have reached the hands of the starter. We have Pete the Cheat, Mark Collett, Maggie's Rose and Todd Trites, Spudlin Sarah, Charlie Price, Aaron M. Down, Thane McQuarrie, Spunky Emerson, Lonnie Stokes, Chip in the Pocket, Mark Haig, Seawin Calvero, Dirk Duncan, Shalimar Sentinel, Tony Watson. 8 starters, here they come. They're off and pacing, a good start, but Aaron M. Down rolls off stride, leaving the gate, and that leaves from post 2 Maggie's Rose out for the early lead. And on the outside from post 6, that's Chip in the Pocket, going for the pocket, and she gets there along the pylons in second. Getting away third was Pete the Cheat. Back in fourth, Spudlin Sarah, racing fifth. On the inside, as they go on up the backstretch to the quarter, Spunky Emerson, then back to Shalimar Sentinel, Seawin Calvero, and Aaron M. Down far back as they reach the opening quarter in 31 and 3. Up front, cutting it out, Maggie's Rose. She's your post-time favorite. She's on top a length and a half. Racing in second, Chip in the Pocket. Racing third, Pete the Cheat. He comes off the rail now to challenge. Following the cover comes Spunky Emerson, second up on the outside. Then Spudlin Sarah, she's locked into the pylons. Shalimar Sentinel's out to move. Then Seawin Calvero. And trailing the field, still Aaron M. Down, but he's closing in as they race past the opening half and up front. Maggie's Rose, and they were by the half. 1:04 and 3, Maggie's Rose. Outside, Pete the Cheat. Challenging second, he's at her wheel second. Then third on the inside, Chip in the Pocket, looking good third. Outside, second over, Spunky Emerson fourth. Then back fifth, Spudlin Sarah, Shalimar Sentinel, Seawin Calvero. And trailing Aaron M. Down as they race on to the 3/4. A bunch field to the 3/4. The first 7, they're bunched as they go on to the 3/4. And your leader on the outside now, Pete the Cheat, the 3/4 in 1:37. Pete the Cheat on the outside second. Spunky Emerson, a wide third, rather, Chip in the Pocket. She's threading in between horses third now. Outside, Seawin Calvero fourth. Off the turn for home. And it's Spunky Emerson on the outside, clearing to the front. Spunky Emerson, and inside is Pete the Cheat. The battle is on for third, but it's going to be Spunky Emerson. He wins it. In for second, Pete the Cheat. Spudlin Sarah rides through and finishes third. Then Shalimar Sentinel. Seawin Calvero. Then Chip in the Pocket. Maggie's Rose. Aaron M. Down the mile, 2:09. Starters for race number 6 are at the gate. Gate is moving, all set for our 6th race in the afternoon. We got a field of 6. Allegro Ellie off the rail for Doug Queen. Willie Be Happy, Todd Trites. Back Road Pride and Dirk Duncan. Illini Heather, Tim Merzetti. Mr. L, Wayne Hubbard, and Lone Water GW, Mark Collett. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Willie Be Happy out for the early lead. Then on the outside, is Back Road Pride. Allegro Ellie gets away third. Then on the outside, that's Mr. L fourth. Racing fifth, Illini Heather. And trailing the field, Lone Water GW as they hit the eighth. And go on up the backstretch, racing to the opening quarter. And will he be happy on top with Back Road Pride sitting in the pocket second. Racing third, Allegro Ellie, Mr. L. Left out to go on. He's now third, Allegro Ellie fourth. Then Illini Heather and trailing Lone Water GW. The opening quarter, 31 seconds. And your leader up front and cutting it out, will he be happy? Mr. L, not too happy today. He's parked on the outside second. Racing third, Back Road Pride. Lone Water GW second over. On the outside fourth, and it's Allegro Ellie, and trailing fifth, Illini Heather, as they come to the opening half, and up front, will he be happy? On top of length, racing second, Mr. L. Back Road Pride, looking good on the inside, although he's boxed in third. Lone Water GW fourth. Then Allegro Ellie and trailing Illini Heather, pedestrian fractions of 104 and 3 as they race into the turn. On top, will he be happy? Then racing second. On the inside is Back Road Pride. Outside, Mr. L as they start to step it up a bit. On to the three quarters, and on top, will he be happy? Back Road Pride all buckled up in second. Third on the outside is Mr. L, three wide. Here comes Lone Water GW, then it's Allegro Ellie. Illini Heather, the three quarters, 1:36 and 3. Will he be happy? Starts to move out now. Leads by a length and a half. On the inside, Back Road Pride. He's been locked to the pylons the entire trip. Getting off them now as they come off the turn for home. It's Will he be happy? On the outside, Back Road Pride going to give him a go, but they're not going to catch. Will he be happy? He's going to win it. Will he be happy? Back Road Pride, Allegro Ellie, Illini Heather. A fast closing fourth, and Mr. L, Lone Water GW. Time for the mile, 2:07. Doc Smokin' Joe off from post one for Mark Haig. Sand My Appeal, Louis Bellevaux with direct drive and Wayne Watson. HR Sherry's Tamara, Doug Beckwith, and outside to Charlie Burke. And Dirk Duncan, 5 stutters. Here they come. They're off and pacing for the early lead. HR Sherry's Tamara's getting off the wing strong, as is Charlie Burke. From the outside 5-horse position is getting out of there as well, and he's going for the top and elects to take the pocket trip now as HR Sherry's Tamara moves out a length and a half. Charlie Burke settling in second. Doc Smokin' Joe got away third. Racing fourth, Sand My Appeal, and trailing the field is Direct Drive as they race single file to the opening quarter, and HR Sherry's Tamara on top a length and a quarter. That opening quarter, 30 and 4, racing in second is back in second, Charlie Burke. Third along the pylons is Doc Smokin' Joe, Sand My Appeal. On the outside now, moving from fourth and trailing fifth is Direct Drive. They've hit the 3/8 now, and they make the turn and through the stretch. Here they come, racing in front of the grandstand for the first time. And your leader up front, HR Sherry's Tamara. On the outside, Sand My Appeal coming to call second. Then third, Charlie Burke. Half and 3. Then outside, Direct Drive is fourth, trailing Doc Smokin' Joe. They're bunched as they hit the paddock turn for the second time. Up front, cutting it out, HR Sherry's Tamara. Sand My Appeal within a length on the outside second. Then racing third, Charlie Burke, Direct Drive, Doc Smokin' Joe. They're all within striking distance as they race on to the three quarters. And your leader still, HR Sherry's Tamara. Sand My Appeal. He's been out a good part of the mile, three quarters, 1:34 and 4, sitting along the pylons is Charlie Burke. He's looking for racing room. Direct Drive is second over fourth. Doc Smokin' Joe trailing fifth. It's still anybody's horse race as they come off the turn for home. Your leader, HR Sherry's Tamara. On the outside, Sand My Appeal, Charlie Burke comes up the pylons in deep stretch. Up the pylons, Charlie Burke is gonna get there, and he does up the inside. HR Sherry's Tamara for second. Then Sand My Appeal, Doc Smokin' Joe, and Direct Drive in the mile at the gate. Gate is moving. All set for race 8. We've got a field of 7 You Be First, Bill Nicholson Sr., Count Legacy, and Tony Watson. Dance Legend, Dirk Duncan. Ender Off, Bluegrass, Wayne Watson. River King and Charlie Price. 4 Men Only, Lonnie Stokes. Katahdin Country to the outside for Todd Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and from the get-go, that's Dance Legend going for the early lead, Count Legacy. And on the outside, 4 Men Only gets away third, then You Be First is fourth. Back in fifth, that is Ender Off Bluegrass. Then sixth, River King and Katahdin Country trailing seventh as they go on up the backstretch, racing to the opening quarter in Dance Legend. Grabbing the top, Count Legacy with the pocket now second. Racing back third, that is 4 Men Only. You Be First looks at it from fourth. Quarter 30 and 2, then it's Ender Off Bluegrass. River King gapping, and the trailing horse, Katahdin Country, as they race towards the 3/8 Dance Legend. Still a length and a quarter lead, racing second. Up tight is Count Legacy. Back third, 4 Men Only, You Be First. Out to challenge from fourth. Here comes Ender Off Bluegrass. And that's Katahdin Country at the back. He's off stride. Back pacing, though, as they come to the opening half in Dance Legend. On top, Count Legacy, second, You Be First. First up on the outside. Now third, the half in 102 and 3. Then 4 Men Only locked in fourth. Ender Off Bluegrass, a close fifth. Then back sixth is River King, trailing the field, Katahdin Country. Up the backstretch, they race on to the 3/4 Dance Legend. Still with the length and a half lead, Count Legacy. You Be First, 4 Men Only. On the inside, fourth, Ender Off Bluegrass. Fifth, then on the inside, River King, Katahdin Country. They pass the 3/4 in 1:33 and 2, a quarter of 30 and 4. For Dance Legend, moving out, leads by a length and a half. He's under a drive. Count Legacy racing second, 4 Men Only. Getting off the pylons now. He's full of pace on the outside. He comes to second now and chasing after the leader. The leader, Dance Legend, on the outside, though, 4 Men Only. Count Legacy splitting horses. Tight down to the wire. Count Legacy, 4 Men Only, but it's Count Legacy winning it. In for second, 4 Men Only. Dance Legend for third. Ender Off Bluegrass fourth. Then Katahdin Country, River King, You Be First. Time of the mile, 2:05 and 1. Starters for our 9th race are at the gate. Gate is moving. All set for race 9. Field of 5. Don't Let Me Down. Off the rail for Steve Mason. Notch one out, Todd Trites. Exeter exclusive, Tony Watson. Jags Desperado, Lonnie Stokes. And Symbolic Gesture, Dirk Duncan. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Exeter exclusive out to take the early lead. Notch one out. Leaving well on the inside. Then Don't Let Me Down gets away third. Racing in fourth, that is Jags Desperado, and Symbolic Gesture trails. Notch one out, has the top. Exeter exclusive wants it, though, this afternoon, and he's out to take the top now. Exeter exclusive clears to the front. He moves out a length and a half. Racing second, Notch one out. Don't Let Me Down third. On the outside, Symbolic Gesture on the outside. Now third. Racing fourth, Don't Let Me Down, and trailing fifth. After a quarter of 30 seconds, it's Jags Desperado as the field moves towards the 3/8. Exeter exclusive on top. He's not going to be left alone long, though, as Symbolic Gesture comes up on the outside to challenge second. Notch one out. In along the pylons third. Then Don't Let Me Down fourth, and trailing fifth, Jags Desperado. And he comes out to move past the half. Exeter exclusive. 2:10 favorite on the board, and he was over the half in a minute and 2/5. Exeter exclusive. Notch one out. Back to second. Symbolic Gesture. Outside third. Then Don't Let Me Down inside, and Jags Desperado second over. Gets to fourth now as they go on up the backstretch. Racing to the 3/4. Exeter exclusive still on top. Racing second. Notch one out. Then Symbolic Gesture. Jags Desperado swinging 3 wide from fourth. He's now third. 3/4 1. 31 and 2. A third quarter of 31 seconds. Exeter Exclusive starts to turn it on. Notch one out is second. Jags Desperado third. Don't Let Me Down a closer fourth. Symbolic Gesture trails off the turn. It's Exeter Exclusive on the outside. Notch one out's going to give him a try in the stretch. Exeter Exclusive. He's too much for this field today. He wires them. He wins it. Exeter Exclusive, then in for second. Notch one out. Don't Let Me Down. Third, Jags Desperado and Symbolic Gesture. Time for the mile. 2:02. Starters for our 10th race. At the gate. Gate is moving. All set for race 10. Field of 8. Stony B, Charlie Price. PJ's Wager, Tony Watson. Star Trek and Dirk Duncan. Fair Play, Todd Treitz. So Passe with Wayne Watson. Show Me the Honey, Mark Haig. Rules and Regulations, Stefan DeCourcy. And outside Aaron Islands, Lonnie Stokes. Field of 8. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Star Trek out for the early lead. Stony B, as usual, quick off the gate. And he grabs the top into the first turn. Stony B on the outside. Star Trek. And he's going to take a seat now. In second, Star Trek backs off. Racing third, PJ's Wager, Show Me the Honey. On the outside now, third forced to go on, then PJ's Wager. Fifth is Fair Play. Then it's Rules and Regulations on the outside. Then Aaron Islands and your trailing horse. So Passe after a quarter of 30 seconds. Neck and neck for the top. They're battling up front with Stony B. Show Me the Honey. She's getting parked this afternoon. Second, Star Trek. He is keeping her out there. Third on the inside. Then back fourth. About 4 lengths back is PJ's Wager. And Fair Play comes off the pylons to move from fifth. Then Rules and Regulations is a closer 6. And we got Fair Game coming 3 high to the opening half. Fair Play. On the outside is Stony B. Still has the top, the half, and 101. Stony B and Fair Play on the outside is second. Racing third, Star Trek, Show Me the Honey is second over fourth. Racing fifth on the inside, PJ's Wager. Then it's Rules and Regulations. So Passe and Aaron Islands up the backstretch, racing on to the 3/4. Stony B still on top, and on the outside, Fair Play second. He was rough, but back pacing onto the 3/4. It's still Stony B. Fair Play. On the outside, second, the 3/4, 1:33. Star Trek looking good. In along the rail, he is third, and he's now second. Fair Play fading third. Then coming to fourth, PJ's Wager. Show Me the Honey is on again for fourth as they come off the turn and come through the stretch. Stony B. Here comes Star Trek up along the pylons. In deep stretch, Stony B. Outside, Fair Play coming on, but it's Stony B getting the job done here over Fair Play. Star Trek, no room to go, finishing third. Then Show Me the Honey, So Passe, PJ's Wager. Rules and Regulations, Aaron Islands, the mile 2:04. Final live race of the day, field of 7. They're at the gate. Gate is moving and approaching top of the stretch with Just Hanging Out and Todd Treitz. Spring Traffic, Chester Eatman. James E.B. and Sean Shannon. Tuned in, Jeff Lewis. Susie Poozy, Dirk Duncan. Hughes Return, Wayne Watson and Kill Karen Pedler. To the outside, Thane McQuarrie. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and for the early lead, tuned in from post 4. He's quick off the gate on the inside, just hanging out in between horses. Spring Traffic, they're 3 wide into the first turn, and your leader up front just hanging out, Spring Traffic. On the outside, second, tuned in, will get a seat. Back in third, then racing fourth, James E.B. Sitting fifth along the pylons is Kill Karen Pedler. Then Susie Poozy, and trailing the field, Hughes Return. As they race single file now to the opening quarter, as Spring Traffic has gone up and grabbed the top that opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Spring Traffic racing second, just hanging out. Third is Tuned In. James E.B. is a close fourth, back fifth. Kill Karen Pedler, Susie Poozy. She's out and moving, and trailing the field, Hughes Return as they come off the top turn and through the stretch. Racing to the half, and Spring Traffic might play Catch Me If You Can here this afternoon. He's on top by about 3. Racing second, just hanging out, Tuned In. comes off the pylons that half in a minute. 3/5, then back and forth, James E.B., Susie Poozy, Kill Karen Peddler, and Trailing Hughes Return. They've gone past the paddock for the second time. Spring Traffic still on top. They're closing in on him, though. Racing second is just hanging out. Third on the outside is Tuned In James E.B. Comes up the pylons now is third. Tuned In fourth. Susie Poozy second over fifth. Then Kill Karen Peddler and Hughes Return. 3/4, 1:32 and 4. Spring Traffic under lots of urging. He's still on top. Just hanging out second. James E.B. third. Tuned In. Susie Poozy is swinging wide from fifth. Kill Karen Peddler will take the inside route as they come off the turn for home. And your leader is Spring Traffic. James E.B. coming up on the outside to second. Spring Traffic. James E.B. with a late rush. They're going to get tight at the wire. And it is Spring Traffic. Look to hold on. And James E.B. looked like for second, then third, Susie Poozy, Kill Karen Peddler, then Tuned In, just hanging out. And Hughes Return, the mile 2:06.